Hey friend, how are you? Welcome to my channel, welcome back or welcome here. I have been feeling so lethargic and so weak, and recovery has just been so hard ever since I got COVID. And it's just been like, I've been low on energy, which is so weird because I'm a usually really high on energy kind of girl. And so this morning I woke up, it's Sunday, which means it's the start of the week, the work week here in Egypt. So I woke up, was supposed to go to the office, but woke up with this massive migraine in my brain. Felt like my head was gonna explode. So I decided to start the week gently and, you know, just take meds, wait, take a hot shower, wait to see the meds work, and then hopefully get to work. So today I'm gonna work from my bed because that's all the energy I have. I don't even have the energy to sit upright on a chair at my desk. So I'm gonna be working from bed. I have so many things I need to do actually. And I don't like it when the week starts on a lazy note, and I don't like it when the week starts unproductively. So I'm determined to make whatever's left of the day as productive as possible. It's already 2:25 p.m. Now I finally feel like the painkillers are starting to work, and I'm starting to feel just a little bit better. So I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee, which is the first cup of coffee I've had all day. I had tea, but not coffee. And then I'm gonna come back upstairs, sit in my bed, and be as productive as possible. So join me on a lazy but productive Sunday. So I just finished my first task. It's a slow email day, so I'm glad I get to work on my own things now. But before I do that, I wanted to show you guys something that I got. I had therapy on Thursday, and it's right next to my favorite bookstore. And so after therapy, I usually like to do something nice for myself and kind of like treat myself to, I don't know, sometimes I go get my nails done, sometimes I go get myself a cup of coffee, whatever it is. This time I decided to go to the bookstore and I found 3 books that I want to show you. Diwan. So the first book is Tiny Beautiful Things by Cheryl Strayed, which I have already read, but I read it on my Kindle and I wanted a hard copy because I feel like this is the kind of book that I can always keep coming back to. If you don't know about it, let me tell you about it. Cheryl Strayed is an author. She's a wonderful writer, like just such a great writer. I love her. But Tiny Beautiful Things is basically where she had an advice column called Dear Sugar, and people would write, seeking her advice, and then she would give them her advice. And it's just so beautifully written and it's so relatable. Like even the stories that are so far away from my own story or whatever, they still resonated with me and they still, you know, hit home. Just the way that she writes and the way that she, you know, humanizes everyone, and then you realize we're all the exact same. This book is just, I'm gonna keep coming back to it. I feel like it's the kind of book you wanna read parts of when you're having a rough day and you want to feel like you're not alone, or you want to feel like someone sees you. So I'm super excited. Okay, this is the first one. The second one is one that I've actually had on Audible. I think I'm going to be reading it or listening to it on Audible because it's the kind of book that I like to listen to as I go on walks and things like that. But again, I also wanted the hard copy of this book. It's called The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. I've already read the first or listened to the first chapter and I think it's great. It's about learning to understand who you are and how you relate to the world around you. At least that's what I think it's about so far. And it was recommended by one of my favorite creators, Jenna Rainey. She's a watercolor artist and just a really inspirational person in general. And I took her online course, The Art Within, and she talks about this book, about how it can help you creatively as well. The more that you know about yourself, the more that you can create and can show up for your world in a better way. So I'm excited to listen to the audiobook, but also read the hard copy of this one. Now on to the last one, which is the most exciting one, for now at least. It's not a book, it's more of like a journaling thing. So let me preface this by saying, if anyone knows me at all, you know how big on journaling I am. I think that we live in a world that's so fast-paced, that is so online, that all the information and material is available online, and it's all at the snap of a finger. And so there's all this instant gratification and everything like that. And we spend much less time working on ourselves and getting to know ourselves and really looking within and processing the events that go on in our lives. And that makes for a much worse society to belong to in general, in my opinion, because when you deal with people who are not aware with who they are, they don't know what makes them tick, what their triggers are, what pushes their buttons, or what their buttons even are, and stuff like that, it becomes a very difficult community to live in and a very difficult society to live in, because then you're triggering everyone and you're being triggered all the time, but no one's self-aware enough to verbalize what's wrong. And then we don't know how to be better because we don't take the time to stop and see where the problem even is. And so I'm really big on journaling. I talk about it all the time on the podcast, I talk about it on the blog, and I will be talking about it a lot on YouTube. And I found this tool that I just thought was genius. So lately life's just been fast. Lots has been changing, and it's been harder for me to kind of like quiet myself down long enough to journal. But at the same time, I know the importance of journaling, and it's been a huge part of my life. So now that I've been stuck, I've been looking for something to release or something to help me kind of kick start again. And I found this tool. It's called 5 Minutes in the Morning, and it's a focus journal. Let me just read you the first part. It says, try this experiment today. It's basically explaining how to use this journal. It's long, so I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but I'm just gonna give you the first part. So, try this experiment today or first thing tomorrow morning. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Find somewhere quiet and comfortable to sit where you won't be distracted, and just sit for 5 minutes. Just breathe and allow your thoughts to come. Watch them. Just an observer for these few minutes. And then, you know, it gives you prompts. So how do you really feel, which I talk a lot about on the podcast. An exercise for physical tidying, clear the clutter, what are your strengths, and it's just basically 5 minutes every single day that you can just, you know, journal, write a few thoughts a day. So right now what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be starting this. I'm gonna be doing the first prompt, and then I need to plan this week's podcast episode because I'm gonna be recording it tomorrow. I need to finish up a blog post, and then I need to finish editing this week's YouTube vlog, which is going live 1 week before this one that I'm filming right now. So, back to work. So I've been working. I finished planning this week's podcast episode, and now I am hungry, and we're still gonna have dinner later, like at around 7. So I'm gonna go downstairs, make me a snack before I come back and continue working. What should I eat? We'll see. We will see.
A nice healthy snack. This is yogurt with a drizzle of honey, or a big drizzle of honey, and almond butter, and a fig and grapes.
I'm gonna take a quick break from work as I eat my snack, and I'm gonna eat my snack as I read my book. So I usually read a novel or like a story, fiction, or a memoir before I go to sleep, because I need like a storyline and things like that to read before I go to bed. But then I usually have something more stimulating or like a bit of a non-fiction kind of thing going during the day. So I've been reading Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. I don't know if I pronounce it right, but I've been working at this book for a very long time, making very slow progress, because it's the kind of book that you need to like sit and focus and concentrate on while you read it. It takes a lot of like attention, and my attention span has been non-existent lately. So I'm gonna try to read some of that as I eat now, and then get back to work. Must say, I'm quite proud of today's progress. I had one more thing that I kind of wanted to do today, which was to finish editing the vlog for this week. I'm almost done with editing. I just have like a few tweaks that I need to do. Was kind of hoping to finish it today, but no luck. Ain't no luck. Because it's already 6:15 now, and the entire family is getting really hungry because we're going out to dinner. So I'm gonna call it a day, but I'm really proud of the work that I did today. Honestly, was not expecting to get that much done on a day that started off the way that today started off. I mean, I started working so late, and just in 4 hours I got all these things done, despite not feeling physically my best. So I'm happy, I'm proud. And then hopefully I'll be able to sleep early today. I've been having sleep issues, so I'm not counting on it. But that's what I'm gonna work towards. I'm gonna sleep early, hopefully wake up early, and tackle tomorrow's to-do list earlier. And yeah, just keep having a productive week. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again here next week.